Are you hungry? More importantly, are you hungry for some eggs? We're going to be looking at the egg pod. And wait. I know what you're thinking. Didn't you just do a review on the egg pod and it was terrible? The answer is yes, I did. I just did a review on the egg pod and the egg pod was terrible. But I had a few people post comments and saying other people have tried it and it worked fine. What was wrong with your review? Then I start to think, right? Well, I used farm fresh eggs and my wife's mama says that those eggs have tougher shells. So maybe that was what went wrong. So today I'm going to put a head-to-head farm fresh eggs versus store-bought regular eggs. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. And my channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of DIY just because I think it's a lot of fun. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Now, let's take another look at the as seen on TV egg pod. So to make this completely fair, I actually went and bought a brand new egg pod. So now I have two of them. All right, so let's do a quick unboxing. All right, what do I have? Nothing else in the box. All right, so I have my directions, which of course I already know what to do, but we'll look at off camera. And then I have an egg pod itself. So in my last review video, I opened it up and I didn't have a little measuring cup. And someone said other people had measuring cups, but guess what? This is the second one I've looked at. And I don't have a measuring cup again. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to try this two different ways. I'm going to try this with brown eggs, and I'm going to try this with white eggs. The brown eggs are my farm fresh eggs, and the white eggs are the store-bought eggs. So let's check this out. So here are the pieces to the egg pod. I have my top set, which go together, and I have my bottom set that go together. And even though for the second time I don't have a measuring cup, there is a little line in here and it says right there fill line, and I have measured it, and this line measures 50 milliliters. So technically you don't need the extra little cup, even though I didn't get it and you're supposed to. So the directions tell you to hand wash all of these things, and I'm going to do that in just a minute. Even though the infomercial shows them putting it in the dishwasher, the directions say hand wash first time and all subsequent uses. So let's go hand wash it and then set this up, and we're going to run two different tests. So the directions are pretty self-explanatory. Open the egg pod, put in some water, put the eggs in there, close it, cook it for 9 minutes. Now, depending on your microwave, this may vary. Then you let it sit in the microwave for 2 additional minutes. Once it's done there, you come over here, run it under cold water for 2 minutes, put the lid back on, shake, 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 peeled eggs, and eat. So here I have 50 milliliters of water, and I filled it up to the fill line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 2 tests. So I'm going to take my cage-free, free-range eggs and put them in there. Yep. And then I'm going to take the ones purchased from the store and put those in there, and we're going to do a head-to-head comparison. Last time I did this review, I ran just the cage-free eggs, and it didn't work. So let's check to see if the purchased ones from the stores work any better. All right, this is clipped. Now we're going to put it in the microwave for 9 minutes, run it through the water to cool it down, and shake and see what happens. So tell me, what do you think of the egg pod? Like it, dislike it? Let me know down in the comment section below. Our first test is underway. Watch them spin around in the microwave. We'll see you soon. All right, so we are just finishing the 9-minute cook, and then we're going to let this sit in the microwave for an additional 2 minutes. I have another timer set already. So 2 minutes from now, we're going to take this out and then run it under cool water for 2 more minutes. So here's a pro tip for you. use hot pads or gloves or oven mitts or something when you take the egg pod out of the microwave because it is hot and you don't want to burn yourself. Be careful as you open this as it might be hot. You see the steam coming off of there? So now we're going to run this under the water for about 2 minutes. And then we're going to shake them, see if it works. All right, it's the moment of truth. What do you think's going to happen? Are these eggs going to be hard-boiled and peeled? Let's get right back and check it out. It's been 2 minutes. We're going to turn the cold water off. I'm just going to rinse this out with cold water just in case because this is still warm. Put the lid on. Keep the water in there. Oh, it's not clipping. Let's see. And now we're going to shake it 10 times. Are you ready? All right, let's see what happened. All right, you know what? Let's see. The store-bought eggs, they seem to be cracked pretty good. Still think it's going to take a little bit of peeling. I don't know. I'm still going to say, well, maybe. You know what? It's starting to peel a little easier. Okay, I'll give it a little credit. The store-bought egg, I mean, doesn't look so good. But it peeled it. All right. Rinse it off a little bit in the water. You know what? Maybe my peeling job wasn't so good, but it peeled, right? Did work the first time. Let's see what the inside looks like. Oh yeah, that's a perfectly cooked hard-boiled egg. Let's see the farm fresh eggs though, because these ones didn't do so hot the last time. Wait a minute. Something happened. This actually peeled better. Very interesting. First time it didn't work so hot for these. Now, let's check the inside of this one. Oh, that's a good egg too. Oh, this one was much better. Yeah, this one was perfect. I will give this one perfect credit. Let's crack the egg. Nicely cooked. And of course, the last one, you know what? I am impressed with this. I am impressed. It actually worked. Let's crack it open. Yeah, 4 perfectly hard-boiled eggs. Wow, it did it this time. Are you even as confused as I am? I can't believe it actually worked. So let's talk about some differences this time than the last time. So this time I actually had 2 different types of eggs. I had eggs bought from the store and then I had free-range eggs because I thought maybe the shell thickness was to blame. So I put it in for 9 minutes. It sat in the microwave for 2 minutes. I cooled it down with the water for 2 more minutes, shook. And as I started peeling them, I noticed, yeah, they peeled okay, but the yolks were not done. And I was like, wait a minute, these aren't even cooked this time. So then I tried it again. This part I didn't film, I just tried it again. And I did it for 9.5 minutes. And what you saw me peeling them was from when cooking it from 9.5 minutes. So my thought was, maybe my microwave, because it's only 800 watts, I needed to cook it longer. So that's just something I think that you should know. It took a little bit of getting used to, and I went through 2 dozen eggs, but I finally figured out how to do it. For me, it's a longer cook time, and it ended up working out. Now, would I continue using this? Probably not, because it was kind of a headache to get it all figured out and to do, and it really just made a mess, especially when all the shells were broken apart in here and I had to take them out of the sink and such. Anyway, so I did do this again. I tried the egg pot again, and this time it happened to work, but with some changes to my cook time. I just wanted you to know. Anyway, this was Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You, and Jeff redid the egg pod video, and this time it worked with some differences. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around for my entire review or second review of the egg pod. I did want to tell you, my first review, I did not put these through the dishwasher, but the second time I did, and they seem to be okay. There's nothing seems to be wrong with them. I will say these aluminum pieces, I put them on the top, and I put these on top as well. Cleaned it up right away. Anyway, thanks for sticking around for the entire review video. I'm actually going to link the original egg pod review, the one that didn't work, right up here. I would love it if you would click on it. I'll see you over at this video right here. Go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.